This is Chris Stapleton with Sometimes I Cry, CVT guitar lesson for Joel. Amazing song. Not real long, Joel. Pretty short, to be honest with you. Just barely a total of 3 pages, counting your key and glossary. Tuning is standard. Probably one of the best vocal songs, or at least my favorites right now, is this song. Chris Stapleton's just phenomenal. Twofer, man, we did with Chris Stapleton. He's just phenomenal. Section 1A, so there's not a whole lot, you know. There are some cool chords. The beat is really kind of in and out. So you know the song, you've heard it a ton of times, but just make sure you're landing your chords where they need to be. So section 1A, 0 seconds in. This is kind of a little intro. Open A, 3A vibrato, and an open D. And then A minor 7. This may be a new chord to you. 2D and 1B. And we're going to strum strings, the A string all the way through the high E. Beautiful chord. D minor is 1E, 3B, 2G, and an open D. 3 strums. Open E to 1E, sliding to 3E. Use your index because we got to go to a G minor bar chord, 3rd position. Bar everything 3rd fret, 5A, 5D. Make sure you're hearing. Right? So you have. And then F5 power chord, 1, 3, 3, top 3 strings. Strum, 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 slide to 3, 5, 5. And then the bottom end of the G minor bar chord, which is 5D, barred 3rd fret on the last 3 strings. You could leave these down, then just strum the last 2. Okay, that moving along, there's no repeats on those, but there are a lot of going back to these sections, particularly this next one, section 2, 10 seconds in, and we're going to go open A, but it's the A minor 7 chord, so it's first chord we started with, 2D and 1B. We're going to go strum, or open A, and then strum down, up, down, up. So it's, take that same beat feel and strum progression, add it over the D minor. That was the 2nd chord we used. Start with an open D string. So it follows kind of the same pattern here. Now Chris Stapleton is doing different things throughout some of those, like he may go, like he's arpeggiating some, but to keep it consistent, I don't want you to get confused in that. The F5, 1E, 3A, and 3D. Use whatever fingers you want. Slide it up a whole step to 3, 5, 5, and then strum 8 times. Slide. So it's just kind of build it up. Drops it back, goes back into the pocket. Section 1B. Actually, that's the main progression to section 1B. A minor 7, D minor, G minor, the F5, and up to the G minor bar. Which I forgot to put the G minor, the name of it. Okay, so as far as new parts, the next thing will come in at 41 seconds in, section 3, and it's an A7, so go 2D and 3B. We're going to hit all the strings except the low E. And go down, down, up, down, up. Memorize that strum pattern because it's the same one we use in section 2. You're going to go from that, it's going to resolve to an A7, which is, keep everything the same, just instead of 3B, go to 2B, but do the same strum. Start it over. And then when you go to the A7 the second time, just strum it once. So it's, and you can use whatever fingering, Joel. 47 seconds in. You're going to do a lot of repeats up to the solo, and I didn't know if you wanted the solo, but there's no real rhythm behind it, guitar-wise. So I just kind of did a shorter version of that. You'll go 3D. I'd probably do this live, you know, if you play this song live. 3D, slide to 5, pick 2 times vibrato, and then go 3D, 5A, pull off to 3. And then 5D, bend, release, half step, pull off to 3. So it's 2 minutes 49 seconds in, 5D, slide to 7, you just kind of walk into that. And then 5-7G, 6B half step bend, 7G vibrato. Those 4 notes sound like this. Okay, 8 on the high E as well as the B. When you go to the B, you're going to bend it though. And then go like this. 6, 8. Then go 6 half step bend to 8B twice. Right? And then go 6B, 7G, 5 times vibrato the first 4. And you hear it kind of build up even in the solo there. That's where I would end it. Just a real short but sweet solo. I mean, if you end up having drums on it. Even if you don't, if you're playing this as a solo guitar, you can control those dynamics with the instrument, which is nice. The song is filled with dynamics. 311, we go back to the section 1A timestamp. That's just 313 in, A minor 7, and this is where he holds the beautiful note vocally. And you come back in really whenever you want, but the next chord will be G minor bar. That's our 3rd position bar, 5A, 5D. Then in section 1A, A minor 7, D minor, G minor bar. And then repeat all that. .329 in, section 2 one time, and then end, the very ending of this, 338 is a A7 chord. Open A, 2D, open G, 2B, open high E. And we used that chord earlier, so you know it. And that's it. Killer song. Probably one of the shorter CVTs we've done, but songwriting wise and vocally for sure, my favorite, man. Great, great stuff. Thank you, Joel.